You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Dropping back, it's Morton. Got the quick pass. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Williams.
Complete to the back. Picks up 6. Brings up 2nd down.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. Caught close to the marker. It's Joyner. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. Turning on the Jets. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a Duke.
dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed in the middle. It's Douglas. He's loose. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Got the first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's caught. It's Fields. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The give to the tailback. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. The quick out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
They just keep firing. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. Plows through the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Morton. Caught in the backfield, it's Virgil. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Virgil. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got it in the middle. It's Virgil. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Red Raiders come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Morton. Quickly complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point.
That ties the game at 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys. That time...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Red pass, it's complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. give it to the back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Carr. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. The inside handoff. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able.
Oh, a lot of space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Runs through the tackle. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Eakin. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Joyner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. kicker out on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Morton. Caught near the sticks, it's Eakin. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Joyner. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Going over the top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking for room. It's Joyner. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Joyner. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Lost a throw on first down. Unloads it left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great...
He uncorks one deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.